Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. So today on Mountain House Mondays, we're going to be sampling the freeze-dried Italian pepper steak by Mountain House, of course. This one is probably my favorite that I've tried so far out of all of them. So before we get started, if you want to enter the contest for the Italian style pepper steak number 10 can, all you have to do is like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe, and you'll have your name entered in that draw. And the results of that draw will be posted 2 weeks from now when I do the next review. Mountain House has agreed to send off a can of these for each one I review to the winner. It will be coming direct from the manufacturer, so get a chance to win one of these. Probably about a $30 to $40 value in Canadian dollars. American, you're looking at about 25 bucks. Just so you know, the expiration on this is February 2047. So that's almost a 30-year shelf life, so that's quite phenomenal. The great thing with these Mylar packages is that they're throwaway, there's no cleanup required, they cook very quickly, they're very lightweight. Of course, you can get larger amounts in these number 10 cans. The only downside to Mountain House is the price point per calorie. So for instance, within this whole canister, you're only getting approximately 2,000 calories of this particular kind. Depending on the type you get, it will yield significantly higher caloric amounts. So for example, the chicken and rice is almost 4,000 calories in one of these cans. As I said before, unless you have a lot of money to invest in this kind of thing, I would use this to supplement my mainstays like rice, beans, and things of those nature that don't cost a lot of money to invest in and store long term. So as always, on the bottom of the package, there's a little bit of wisdom. So and this one says, the 3 rules of mountaineering. It's always further than it looks, it's always taller than it looks, and it's always harder than it looks. Having climbed many mountains in my life, I can absolutely attest to this. So these are words of wisdom to heed if you ever plan on climbing mountains. I'm gonna be doing a video on that soon, so stick around for that. All right, so let's get this party started and crack open the package. All right, so we got our boiling water and our primitive bushcraft cookware. We're gonna get 1 cup and 3/4 cups. We are gonna pour that directly in here. Simple as that. That's why these things are so great for the bush. You don't have to worry about cleaning your dishes. And we're immediately gonna seal that heat in there. We're gonna stir it afterwards. What I usually do is to make sure that heat stays in there, especially in winter time. It is a Mylar bag, so it's gonna hold the heat in there pretty good. Shake it around. And we'll come back in 4 minutes. We'll stir it again, then we're gonna let it stand for 8 to 9 minutes, and we're good to go. All right, so we've waited patiently. Now we get to see the finished product. Now just pretend it's the year 2030 and you've been in a bunker for 10 years. Or you stumble upon some post-apocalyptic cache and you find this. And you've been eating rats for years and crickets. I tell you, this looks amazing. This is better than what I could ever cook. Got a really zesty taste to it. The meat is superb. You have potentially 30-year-old meat that tastes like fresh steak that you just got from the grocery store. Well, maybe not as good, but close enough. That is delicious. This really is amazing technology. And the way Mountain House cooks their food, all of this is dehydrated as a meal. So a lot of companies will take all the separate ingredients and then they will just mix those together and sell you that. Mountain House actually cooks it as a meal, flash freezes it. So in a sense, all the components have had a chance to marinate one another and really blend in for a consistent taste. This one is very zingy, very zesty. I just like the name, pepper steak. I mean, you know you can't go wrong with pepper steak. You can even taste some of the fatty texture, that hard to chew texture. Now, oddly enough, the complete package of the pepper steak is only about 400 calories. Compare that to the chicken and rice that we're gonna test next week, which I think is almost double the amount of calories. Man, that's delicious. You can really taste that tomato sauce. Honestly, you get what you pay for with Mountain House. all the nutrients are preserved by the freeze drying process. This is one of those types of Mountain House that you really can't go wrong. It's not too crazy in terms of the recipe. It's just steak, rice, some veggies. The texture of that meat is phenomenal. It tastes like I just cooked up a beef stir fry or something. Mountain House does sell cans of just the meat also. It's a lot more expensive, of course. But if you want a source of complete protein, which is pretty much gonna last you a lifetime, freeze dried's the way to go. Now, there's a lot of sodium in Mountain House. Lots of people worry about that. If you're starving, man, the last thing you're gonna care about is salt content. As long as you got sufficient amount of water, who cares? Tastes delicious. Now, I'd have to say that of all of the freeze-dried foods I've tried, this Italian pepper steak is probably the best. We still have a lot more to try on the channel, so I'm reluctant to give it a 10 out of 10, but I think I'm gonna have to give it a 10 out of 10 because it's so damn good, and I don't think that this is gonna be topped. Now, it's one of those things though, that if you had to eat it every day, you might get tired of it. It's like one of those songs you hear on the radio, really, really good the first time, and then it gets old really fast, and then you have those other songs that you don't really like at first, but it's an acquired taste. Be something to say for that, for those other types that Mountain House offers, but this, when taken in moderation, 10 out of 10. Anyways, folks, if you don't mind, I'm gonna wrap up this video, finish off my meal. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to get yourself an entry in for the number 10 can of Italian pepper steak. Thanks for watching, and congratulations to the winner of the Breakfast Skillet Mountain House contest 2 weeks ago. Alright, so as expected, every 2 weeks we're going to be doing a draw for a big can of Mountain House. This one is for the Breakfast Skillets. We're going to plug all of the comments, not all of them, just the link into this random YouTube comment picker here. And that is going to tally all of the comments. There was hundreds of comments, but remember, if you didn't leave a comment, then you can't win. So the winner is the Big Lou 415. Congratulations. I will send you a personal message, and Mountain House will be sending you a can of Breakfast Skillet. Don't forget to join this contest by simply liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you want to get more Mountain House products, you can go through the link in the description. That certainly helps out the channel. Thanks for watching. Canadian Prepper out.